Well, I think our defense was really the key today. I mean, you know, we had the field goal percentage under 40 most of the game. I think it finished at 41. You know, and we talked about that. So I was pleased to see us really get back to defending. We were really good at, you know, attacking their zone. You know, we have a lot of basketball IQ guys that can pass and catch and make a shot. That's the recipe for being able to successfully attack a zone. VJ was fabulous. You know, probably that maybe had been brewing for a while. But I thought he moved himself, and we found him in different spots. But a great win for us to get to 6-1 in this league.
How different a gear does this team have when VJ's attacking the way he did?
Yeah. I mean, you know, when we can get him flowing like that, Tom, it's a confidence giver to his teammates. There's no question about it. I think what may have helped him is we had him guarding Leiden a little bit. You know, Leiden got going. I said, you know, you guard him, and it was a different kind of defensive challenge for him, and I think that helped him on the offensive end.
How much did it help him to get to the rim early as well?
Yeah, driving that thing. And I thought overall one of the things we didn't want to do is stand with the ball over our head against their zone, which, you know, it happens to you. You can get paralyzed. They do it to a lot of people, but I thought we all drove it. You know, he certainly did. Steve, Matty, TJ, Rex, Bonds. We wanted to drive the ball, and I thought that really distorted their zone.
Mike, yeah, rebounded them by 11.
Yeah.
How much more of an advantage is it when you guys are?
Yeah, that was the key. I thought we did a good job. You know, Roberson is such a great offensive rebounder, as is Leiden, and you know, to defend and keep it to one and done. And we did. We defended. They had to take probably most of the night. They had to take a tough shot, a challenge shot, and then they didn't get many putbacks. You know, boy, then you got some breathing room on offense because you're guarding continually like that. And so I was really pleased with how we defended and rebounded.
Why isn't Farrell too little to play at this level?
Why isn't he too
Right.
little? He's got great speed. He's got an unbelievable skill set, and he's got some kahunas. Somebody said that once. I don't know what that means.
Well, speaking of kahunas, guys, I mean, it's almost become a hallmark of the program that you guys can keep running the offense until you get a shot, even if it's late in the clock. Can you trace that back to anything in particular over the years?
Well,
I think perhaps the year that you went burned.
Yeah, I don't know if you know. That's a good point, Kevin, because I think we always talk about being patient and moving the ball enough to give the defense a chance to get out of position. And I think the hallmark of us offensively is we kind of know what a good shot is, and we'll be patient to grind it. There probably is a little bit of leftover remnants of burn every now and then in a possession where we grind it up. And as a matter of fact, Coach Inglesby the other night beat Northeastern, and he's burning, you know, because they're a little limited talent-wise. So the burn still lives, and there's some traits of it still here.
Mike, just being back at home and putting on that performance in front of the crowd, what was that feeling like?
Well, you know, our crowd was so good without the students to get us the Clemson-Louisville win, and they were great, and we needed them. And I was excited. I knew our students couldn't wait to see us. You know, they've been watching us roll on break. They couldn't wait to get in the door, and they were fabulous, as was the rest of the building. And I got to believe, from what I understand, you know, we'll be sold out the rest of the way. That gives us such confidence. And the crowd was great, and our students were great. Really energized us.
How good was the prep and practice for today, and is that as good as you've executed it?
Yeah. You know, when you come back late from Tallahassee and you exert all that energy, we didn't go live. We were maybe on the floor 20 minutes. We stretched. We went to the weight room, and we wanted to get our energy back on Thursday. We did a little bit of 5-on-0 against just principles. 5-on-0, you know, short corner touch, hit the high post, and, you know, driving it, ball screen in the zone at the right time. And then we probably went 5-on-5 against zone for 10 minutes yesterday. That was it. And we were in a really good rhythm, and that's enough. But I think, you know, zone, man, we're really good with the ball. Whatever, like, we're good with the ball. You know, what helps you so much against any defense, but especially zone. When you have big guys that are good with the ball, because they catch it in different places against zone than maybe in man. And, you know, Bonzi, Torres, and Marty are really good passers and are good with the ball. And our guards, obviously, are off the charts with it.
Mike Torres comes in and did what he does
Yeah.
again. Could you comment on that and his decision to return for a fifth year?
Yeah, well, I mean, Austin was Austin. I mean, one of the things that he has been so good with is just leading us. You know, he gets 5 rebounds, he's active, you know, he's a great defender. I thought he made some great passes from inside out of the zone. And we talked the other day, we had breakfast on Tuesday before we left for Florida State, and, you know, it was the easiest decision ever. He needs to come back. He's going to be able to get an MBA. He's got a great schedule academically that he's worked out with Pat Holmes, and he'll be a captain. You know, I said, you know, he's kind of a captain now. The stuff he's saying in huddles and in our locker room is off the charts. And, you know, I'm thrilled that Matt Farrell, Bonzi, and him will be our captains next year. His role isn't going to change, and he's smart enough to know it. I know many of you here in the local media want him to shoot more three-point shots, and you know we're not going to. I'm just teasing. We're going to keep Austin in his role, and he's really good at it.
I mean, how does this impact? You know, you want to continue the evolution of Mooney and
Yeah,
Burns
yeah.
moving forward, and I'm sure he's helpful with them right now.
Yeah, and there's a plan for those guys. I think it's important for me and our staff to let them know there is a plan for them. And again, we've been lucky and we've been healthy. But I think what, you know, Burns and Mooney have seen is they've seen the progression of the 3 big guys that are playing ahead of them kind of have to pay their dues. And then when they get a piece of it, man, is it a fun thing. And that's helped us.
Mike, you always talk about taking punches in this league. How critical is it that you guys come back from a punch and you don't let things kind of spiral by losing 2 in a row?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're right. I mean, you can win 5 in a row. You can also lose 3. You know, you can lose 3 in a row in a heartbeat. And for us to bounce back after a tough one the other night, and for us to hold serve here, we haven't been here in a while. I was a little worried because we haven't played here in a while. But I think our fans really energized our guys. The crowd, you know, coming out and seeing that place full and the student section full, I think was a big assist to help us believe today.
Were you almost kind of waiting for this game to get the game situations? To win a game with this margin is different.
Well, you know, I know we're up and you know, we get it to 15 and they hit a 3 and I'm thinking they're going to start pressing and maybe this is game situations again. And we did one game situation against the zone where, you know, you got to play a little differently to get a shot at the end of the clock against the zone. And Steve hit a 3, you know, in the game situation yesterday. And that was it for practice. We're done. We're going to end on that right there. No use messing around anymore. It was kind of nice to have a little bit of cushion, even though I never think in this league a 15, 18-point lead is going to be 20. I mean, we were blessed today that it was.
A different challenge Tuesday, certainly. What is Virginia?
Well, you know, one of the things I told our guys after the game, I said, you know, you upperclassmen, I said, in a way, we exercised a little bit of a demon today in Syracuse because we hadn't beaten them in a while. I said, we got another one coming Tuesday. They're the 2 programs in this league since we joined the league that we haven't beaten. We've been really darn good in this league on the other fronts. And so I think we have a very focused upper class group that has had their butts beat by Virginia a bunch. So I think our crowd will be great and we'll be excited about the challenge.